It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Bears, next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark it. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top again. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I tell you, from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we have the best view.
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. Now back to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had... The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 21-3 is your score after one. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And got his man complete. Touchdown. Mark Andrews, 84 yards. And the Ravens take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance traveled or the accuracy involved? Because
the Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does because...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that...
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. He'll drop to throw. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
He'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens add on. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long...
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need.
They've got his man, complete! And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens add on. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he'll go right back to Andrews. Touchdown! Mark Andrews on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens continue to pour it on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so.
So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over.
50, Mike 50. Check, 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 check. Hey, 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 alert, alert.
They'll throw now on the final play. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And that one, a 6-point game, 13-7 at the half. Juju Smith-Schuster, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Joe Mixon has a run for a touchdown. Next, they look at the next-gen stats for the Ravens in that first half. And their quarterback's got to be icing his arm in that locker room as we speak. He is on pace to shatter some long-standing records if this pace keeps up. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's... They'll look to throw here. Buying time to his left. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 77 yards. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I tell you, from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we have the best view.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just. He's got a man complete, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his third touchdown now on the year, and the Ravens add on. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that.
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! Donald Parham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, so much for a little 5-yard pass play to your tight end. They made him a deep ball threat there, and it worked out.
Times have changed, haven't they? Those used to be plays that we would clip and save because you didn't see it very often. Big tight end.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again.
It's caught inside the 25. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance traveled or the action?
Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter.
Here we go. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to go up top again. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
He's going deep for Brown. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens add on. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field and then wait.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's caught at the 25. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens add on to their lead. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. Hustle. It's just me and you.
They're going to look to throw. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. Pushes him aside at the 10. Touchdown! J.K. Dobbins, 57. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And got his man complete.
Oh, we got plenty of fight, baby.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Ravens look like they're going to be moving to 6-0 as they extend that lead even further. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future,
after an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. Now it looks like he'll throw here. On the move to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 30. 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just... Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete.
Go time, baby.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss here